Hello everyone, this is Reza Wazi, and in this short lecture you are going to learn about the basics of text mining. So far you'll learn about different techniques used on structured data, mostly numerical data. But text mining probably is the most important analytical technique to be used in the corporate world. And that's because vast majority of business data are stored in text documents that are virtually unstructured. According to a study by Merrill Lynch and Gartner, 85 to 90% of all corporate data are captured and stored in some sort of unstructured form. The same study also states that this unstructured data are doubling in size every 18 months because knowledge is power in today's business world, and knowledge is derived from data and information. Businesses that effectively and efficiently tap into their text data sources will have the necessary knowledge to make better decisions, leading to a competitive advantage over those businesses that lag behind. So, as I said, most probably text mining is the most important data mining technique that you are going to learn, and it is gaining more and more prominence as we advance and gain more computational power and learn new ways how to analyze text. Similar to data mining, text mining also seeks novel and useful patterns. And again, similar to data mining, text mining is also a semi-automated process. It means that it cannot completely be conducted by computers. You'll have to provide some guidance, so you'll have to do some modeling. However, the difference between data mining and text mining lies in the nature of the data. Data mining typically works with a very well-structured data, while text mining works with semi-structured or unstructured data. So what is the structured data? The structured data is the data that comes out of databases. Data that is stored in databases. It can come out of sales transactions, it can come out of the sensors data, or any sort of data source, but the structured data is usually stored on databases. Unstructured data, on the other hand, are documents, PDF files, test excerpts, XML files, and so on. These are not typically stored on a database. They're stored in some sort of storage, computational storage facility or computational storage device, and they do not follow a preset structure as the data that comes out of a database follows. So in text mining, what you are going to do, first you are going to impose a structure to data and then mine the structured data. So using some techniques, you are going to change the unstructured or semi-structured data into a more structured data. Then you are going to use data mining techniques that you have already learned on that structured data and drive some meaning out of it. Now let's learn a little bit more about the terminologies involved in text mining. Starting from corpus. Corpus refers to the body of text that you are considering for your text mining effort. This body of text that you want to drive some meaning out of it. Term refers to a word or a multi-word or a string of words attached together that are extracted from the corpus, and they usually refer to objects in real world. And then it's concept. Concept usually is a combination of terms. Again, it is derived from the corpus, and the concept refers to something virtual, not typically something objective that you can see in physical world. And they refer to a meaning that a collection of words or collection of terms usually refer to that meaning. Compared to terms, concepts are a result of higher level abstraction. Next is stemming. Stemming is the process of reducing words to their root or to their stem. For example, stemmer, stemming, stem, they're all based on the root stem. Another example is America, American, and Americans. They are all effectively referred to the same thing. So you can just use America or you can use one of them. Another concept is called stop words or include words. Stop words or noise words should be filtered out before you start processing your text. Basically, these are the words like auxiliary verbs or like articles. Auxiliary verbs such as is, are, was, or articles such as a, am, de, of. Stop words on themselves do not bear any meaning. They're just there to complete your sentence structure and to help you make better sense of these words that you put together and form the sentence. So when it comes to text mining, you typically want to exclude them from your mining activities. Then you have synonyms such as movie, film, motion pictures. You should be able to identify synonyms in your corpus and maybe replace all of them with one. And next we have polysms or homonyms. They are basically synthetically identical words such as spring, or the example here, bow, which can mean to bend forward, the front of the ship, the weapon that shoots arrows, or a kind of tied ribbon. So when you have polysms in your corpus, you should be aware of them. You should know which meaning it refers to, and if in your corpus a polysm refers to more than one meaning, you typically need to be able to identify that. And then we have tokenizing. Tokenizing is basically grouping similar text together. Basically, when you tokenize your document, your corpus, you put all the similar words together and you get a count of the number of that word that was repeated in your corpus. For example, you have a word such as pencil, and pencil has been repeated in your corpus for 10 times. When you tokenize, you put all the pencils together and you give it a weight of 10, or you give it a count of 10. It means that it was repeated 10 times in your document or in your corpus. And then we have n-grams. N-grams is when you put few words together to create a new meaning, such as death, death penalty, and death penalty execution. These all have different meanings. For example, if you look at death penalty execution, if you only consider words by themselves, you will get 3 different meanings. While in this context, you have to consider all 3 of them together. N in n-grams refer to the number of words that you want to bundle together. You can go with 2, 3, 4, whatever number of words that together can create a meaning for you. Again, you have to be aware of n-grams in your corpus and take necessary action to identify them. At the end, let's talk a little bit about the text mining applications, starting with this application in marketing. Text mining in marketing essentially can enable better consumer relationship management. Many CRM systems will record your calls to the customer support centers and will transcribe them. There is a wealth of information and knowledge derived from the customers that resides in the CRM systems, and typically it is in the format of transcribed text, or it might be even in the format of voice, but it can easily be transcribed using AI into the text. So using text mining can give you a better understanding of your customers, their needs, and where they stand. One of the popular techniques in marketing applications, in CRM text mining applications, is called sentiment analysis. The sentiment analysis, you will try to get the overall balance or overall direction of your customers' voice. Are they talking positive points about your products or services, or they are talking negative points about your products or services? So you'll get a better understanding of how things are going and how you can improve them. In the security application, you can use text minings to go over the server logs and figure if there's any anomalies or any possible deception using specific algorithms. In medicine and biology, you can use text mining to go over the huge amount of medicinal text and biology knowledge to drive new knowledge and to tell you where the gaps in the knowledge is. When it comes to academic applications, you can use text mining for research stream analysis. It tells you how scholars crossroad each other and how which scholar is connected to others and how their works are cited among different disciplines. And it can give you a better understanding of the how different academic fields are evolving and where they are heading.